Hi, welcome to the session. So in this particular session, we are going to see area and perimeter of a rectangle. Okay. So we are going to design a program to calculate area and perimeter of a rectangle. So let us start with the session. So you can see a rectangle over here. We have a length and we have breadth. So based upon this particular input, length and breadth input, we are going to calculate the area. Area is given by what? Length into breadth. So if you multiply length and breadth, we are going to get the area. Okay. So similarly, perimeter P, we can able to calculate the perimeter by using this length and breadth only. Okay. 2 into length plus breadth, that is the perimeter. What is perimeter means? Perimeter in the sense, if we start from this particular point and if we walk on the edges of this particular rectangle and we come back to the same place, how much distance we travel, that is called perimeter. Fine. So we'll calculate the area and we calculate the perimeter of this particular rectangle. So once we have this particular formula, we need to find out what is the input and what is the output for this particular formula. So you can see the this particular length and breadth, this is the input. And what is the output? Output is area and perimeter, A and P. Fine. So we'll design a flow chart. Okay. So the flow chart we have, you can see we need to identify the input and output. Input is what? Length and breadth. So we are going to read the length and breadth. Fine. What is the output? A and P, that is area and perimeter. So here you can see this is the display the area and perimeter. This is the output. So then what is the process? Process is nothing but the formula. The formula is length into breadth, area, and the perimeter P is 2 into L into B. That is L plus B is nothing but length plus breadth it is. Okay. So we have three things in this particular flow chart. So one is the input, second one is the process, third one is the output. So we need to start and stop the program. Okay. So what we are going to do in this particular flow chart is, first we will start the program, then we are going to read length and breadth. Based upon this length and breadth, we are going to calculate the area. Then we will calculate the perimeter based upon this same length and breadth. Then we are going to display the area and perimeter. Then we will stop the program. So this is the flow chart. Okay. So let us go to the spider and we will work it out on this particular program. Now already I have written over here, I have written a comment, area and perimeter of a rectangle. So I am in spider now. I have written this particular area and perimeter of a rectangle as a comment. So let me write the input. What is the input? So we know the input. Input is length and breadth. So let me give length as 20 and breadth as 10. Okay. So then we will calculate the area. Area is equal to, so let me close the console so that we should not get confused. Let me adjust this. Area is length into breadth. So length multiplied by breadth. So we get the area. So let me display this. Print. We have area is equal to A. Fine. Let me calculate this first. Okay. We'll calculate perimeter later. So let me run this one. And you can see area is 200. It's multiplying 20 into 10 and we are getting the area. Now similarly, I can able to calculate the perimeter. So first we are making sure this small program is working. Then we will work it out on this. We will design the inputs also. Okay. P is equal to, we know 2 into L plus B. Into is multiplication is star here. Okay. We need to give bracket plus L plus B. Okay. This is the formula for perimeter. So once we have given, let me display the perimeter. I will copy the same thing. So I will say here perimeter P. Okay. So I need to say P here. So let us run this one and you can see area is 200, perimeter is 60. Okay. For length 20 and breadth 10, we have area and perimeter we have calculated. Now let us design this. Let me remove this because always it is going to give 260 only. It is going to give 200 and perimeter is 60. To change here, I need to change here. So I don't want like this. What I will do is I am going to say here int of, I will give the input function. If you remember, we use input function in the previous sections. Okay, let me give input, enter the length. Okay, enter the length. Okay. So similarly, what I will do is I will copy this. I will say here enter the breadth. Okay, enter the breadth. So let me run now. Let me close the console. Let me run it again. Okay, let me run it again. So it is asking me to enter the length. So let us say 5, breadth 10. Okay, let me enter this one. I will get what? Area 50 and perimeter as 30. Okay, let me run again and it's going to ask again the length. Let us say 4 and 3 and I am going to get the area and perimeter. So this is the way in which we can able to calculate area and perimeter of a rectangle. Let us say you have float here. Okay, the length you want to give 4.5 and 3.5. This we need to change it to what? Float. So this we have done in type conversion. We have seen the input function also we have seen. So if you have not watched that particular video, please watch that video. Okay. So we are converting to float. Suppose we want to give the float. See what will happen here is whatever I am going to enter, that is a string. So I am converting to float. So similarly, whatever I am going to give, that will be in the string. The input function always give the value in the form of a string. Okay. We need to convert from string to int or string to float. Now we are going to convert to float. Okay. Let me run this again. Let me close the console and run again. So enter the length. Let me say here 4.5 and the breadth is 9.5. Let us say, okay. So you can see we have area and perimeter. Fine. Based upon this decimal points, we got the area and perimeter also. So area and perimeter is also in the form of decimals, that is in the form of float. Okay.